Hi everyone, I'm Chelsea. I'm here at IconFit in Los Angeles, and I'm coming to you today with a strength training workout that you can do from home. This workout does require that you have one dumbbell, so if you have a set, that's great. You might want to use both of them as well, but at least just one dumbbell or something heavy such as a kettlebell. We're going to use that a little today. This workout is meant for you to do in progressions, so hopefully you'll follow along with me today and you can always build to it and add. The workout that I'm going to do for you today is going to be a mixed level, so it's a little bit more of an intermediate to advanced level. It's best if you already have a little bit of knowledge of strength training. If you don't, that's okay too, because I'll talk you through a lot of the workout. We're going to do 3 sets of strength. There's no cardio in this workout. You will also need a towel for this workout, and make sure you have water handy. So we're going to use your towel and the dumbbell or kettlebell, something heavy for you to complete this workout. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we'll start with a warm-up. So it's important before we start training that we warm up our entire body. So we're going to start by walking out to a plank. So you're going to start, if you have a mat, that's great. You can use that because you can walk the length of your mat. Otherwise, you're on the floor. You're going to drop your hands down. You're going to walk out to this plank position. We're going to hold that nice, strong plank position, and then you're going to tuck it back. For now, we're going to keep our knees bent as we roll. If you'd like to progress this, you can walk it back with straight legs. So then you start warming up the hips and the hamstrings. So you'll come down, walk it out, your legs can stay straight, and if you want a little extra, you can add the push-up, and then walk it back. If you're good with just the walkout to plank, you can do the simple walkout. So walking through, you want to lock that core in nice and stable, add the push, walk it back. You're going to get 2 more of those, so you take it down, walk, add the push, take it back. Last one, taking it down. You're going to hold here in this plank position. If you want that push-up, go ahead and get it. Holding here nice and strong, you're going to take one foot. You're going to wrap that foot up towards your hands and then open up to the inside to open up for this twist. You'll take it back down. You'll switch legs. Hit the twist. Take it back, and we're going to stay with just that motion. So foot comes forward, open up for the twist, take it back, switching. If you can't quite get your leg that far, you're going to keep moving through that. If you can't quite get your leg that far, you'll take this from a kneeling position. From a kneeling position, you can open up and twist to one side, switch, kneeling position, open up and twist from the other side. Keep moving through that motion. Finishing out 1 more on each side. And then we'll come back up to standing. Finishing that plank, you'll take it back up to standing. When you're up to standing, we're going to step back for a lunge. You're going to keep your right foot forward and step your left foot straight back. In this lunge, taking both hands and hitting that rotation once to the left and once to the right. In this lunge position, you're nice and centered. Your belly's pulled in, your chest is lifted forward. Your hip, knee, and toes face the same direction. So we're going to use this today when we do lunging. Switch sides, you'll take it back. Straight step back, nice long leg in the back, planted on the front. You twist to one side and the other side. As you twist, I don't want your pelvis rotating. I want you to have nice and straight hips. Back to the center and switch legs. It's a long lunge. Open to one side and open to the other side. Switch it. Nice big step back, holding your balance. We'll go 1 more on each side. Come up, switch it. Keeping that body weight planted through the heel to midfoot. Focusing on that balance as you rotate. Switch. It's a long lunge. Twist and twist. Awesome. Take it up. We'll go through just a basic squat. We're going to work squat to press. This is a little bit more of an advanced workout, so you should know how to do these motions, but I'll walk you through them from the beginning. Your squat is hip distance apart, maybe a tiny bit wider with your feet. Your knees and toes should always point in the same direction. They can be slightly tilted out if that feels more comfortable for you. You're going to try to get that squatting position. So as you sit back, you're letting your body weight shift back over your heels. So from the side, you'll see that I drive all the way back. Body weight is heels to midfoot. So you're avoiding that rock forward on your toes. It's a straight sit back for the crunch. A few more of those, and you're going to want to grab your weights. If you have 2 weights, you can use 2 weights for this exercise. If you have 1, I'll show you with just 1. We'll start this first set. You're going to take whatever weight that you have. You're going to take it with you for the squat. You're going to drop down for the squat, and you're going to press it all the way to the ceiling. If you have 2 dumbbells, then you're pressing them both to the side. If you want an extra challenge, you're gonna go to single. I'll show you what that looks like. It would be a single arm. That extra challenge will challenge your lateral stability. So you'll drop down, keeping your body square, and then push it up. That's gonna be your advanced modification. Dropping down and pressing up. So you'll notice I'm trying to stay super straight, even though this dumbbell wants to tip me to the side. If you're on a single arm, you're gonna wanna switch. We're looking for about 10 of these total. So if you're doing single side, you can do 5 and then switch back. Nice and strong. Or you're in the center. You have a few left. Last one there. Finish it up. You want to get about 10. If you get more than 10, that's okay too. All of these workouts, all these exercises are going to go in pairs. The next pair that's going to go with that one is going to be down in a plank position. We're going to go plank. We're going to go plank to pike. So we're getting the shoulders lit up here. So if I'm back in this position, you're going plank position, you're gonna push the ground away from you, leading with your hips and drive back to a pike position. Back to the plank, back to the pike. It's really important in this exercise that you push through the ground. So you wanna imagine that you're pushing the floor away from you. So we're keeping that constant tension on the shoulders, using the core. So it's shoulders, and then you allow your core to stop you. Shoulders, core, shoulders, core. Drive the hips back, shoving the ground away from you. You have 3 left. 3, 2. Last one, you'll take it back up to standing. Shake it off, take a little break, grab water. This is your pair. The idea of these are they're a little bit metabolic, so your heart rate's gonna drive up in the middle of the exercise, and we actually want it to come down a little between sets. So you take a little bit of a break. We'll grab that dumbbell and do set number 2. So you're picking your poison. You either have 2 dumbbells and you're going both arms together if you have a lighter set. 1 if you're somewhere in the middle, or you're gonna progress to this single side to challenge that balance. I'll take it right in the middle. Here we go. You drop down and drive up. When you drive up, make sure that you're pushing from underneath the object. So if you don't have dumbbells and you're working out at home, you can do this with anything heavy. You can grab a bottle of laundry detergent, a big bag of rice, a toolbox. I've seen it all. Nice and strong, you're looking for 10. So heart rate's gonna drive up. Make sure you're sitting back. Sit back and drive. So you drive from those legs. Finishing up. Awesome, take it down. You go right into that second exercise. If you take a break, it happens after this one. So we're here, plank position. Drive it back, it's 10 to here. If you feel like a rock star today, here's where you can progress it. You'll push, plank, push, plank. So you're driving chest, shoulders, core. If you need a modification, you can do it here. You can push back. It's child's pose, back. That's your modification. Finishing up, you're trying to make it to 10. Make it to 10, finish up, then you take a break. And we do 1 more set. So heart rate gets up, we'll let it come down just a touch. Awesome. I'm sure you're looking amazing. All right, here we go, stay with me, we're gonna keep this going. Starting from here. The advanced version, the hard version, hitting that balance. So your challenge here is that you wanna make sure you're not tipping or leaning at the hips or the knees. So you wanna stay super straight. Abs are nice and solid. You drop down and you drive from the floor. Use your legs, drive. On that single side, you're looking for 5. You can bring this dumbbell a little closer if it's tough on your shoulders. That will decrease that lateral challenge. Bringing it closer decreases the lateral challenge. Switch sides if you're on a single, and keep going if you're on a double. So here, drive, drive. The wider this elbow, the tougher the challenge to that lateral side. All the way to 5, heart rate's gonna fly up. 1 more. Awesome, take it down, right into that push-up. So you want those shoulders to be on fire. You're dropping down, plank position. Go for 10. You go 10, add the push. The closer your elbows are to your body, the more the shoulders you're gonna get. If you wanna go wide, you can go wide too. That's gonna be a little more chest heavy. We are gonna work chest later, so don't fry it out too much. Modification is here for the push. Flat, for the push. No matter your push-up position, make sure your body's always flat here. You don't want your booty poked up in the air. You want to be nice and firm here. So a solid core position. Finishing up till you get to 10. That finishes your last one. You'll take it up, grab a drink, towel off. You have a little rest before this next set. Feels good to move, and boy do we have to get creative from working out from home, right? Have to get creative. Also, with all of these workouts, you can usually take any exercise and you can manipulate it and make it into a format that works for you. So if you like alternating between strength and cardio, you can throw in cardio breaks anywhere that you'd like. We're gonna go to the next set of exercises. It's gonna be a single arm snatch. I'll show you what that looks like. We prepped it for the warm up. You're gonna drop down with one hand. You can do this with or without weights. Dropping down with one hand, you have a nice wide stance. You're gonna drop down using the power in your legs. You're gonna drive all the way through to the top. If you've done this before and you're comfortable with it, then I want you to go for it. It's here. If you're just learning and you're not sure your body position, then I want you to do a half snatch. You're gonna go to here, and then you drop it back. Just go half. That'll give you a good prep for it. Your second exercise will be a single leg deadlift. So it's gonna require some balance, some stability. You're gonna be on one leg. You're gonna be here. We're gonna take this dumbbell to the front, and you're gonna drop down for this single leg. And then you're gonna come up. This is a strength exercise, so if you have to use your foot for balance, just use it, and you can work your way into the complete single leg. That's your second exercise. So we're gonna start with that front snatch, and we're gonna add a little to it. So we're gonna go snatch to reverse lunge. We also prepped that. I warned you it was a little intense. So we're gonna go from this snatch, you're gonna drop down, take it to the top, then you're gonna step straight back with the leg that does not have the dumbbell in it of that side, right? So you're going from here, you're gonna step straight back to a lunge, and then step it up, reverse it, drop. You go up and step it back, nice and tall. Take it down. I'll show you from the side. That's 3, you have 2 to go. You drop back. Notice that same position. I always keep my body weight in a lunge over my heel to midfoot, so I'm really centered when I drive up. You have less weight on the back foot in any lunge. Less weight in the back foot. You're gonna finish that up and switch sides. 5 to each side. Heart rate's gonna go on this one. It's explosive. Up, and then you step it back with the opposite foot. Take it down. Explode to the top. Take it down. Drive. This hand on the other side is just for balance. Take it back. We'll go from the front. You have 2 left. Here. Drive up. Step it back. Last one. Drive up. Step it back. Awesome. Take it down. Less rest between these 2, rest after the set. So you're gonna go single leg. Keep that dumbbell. You're gonna drop straight down. You have 10 on each side. If you wanna add to it, you can add the curl here. If you lose your balance, just drop the toes like a little kickstand. You're going down. Toes if you need it. Curl if you want a little extra. When you hit that top position, so you come up from this, you have that balance. You pull your belly in, your chest is up, and you squeeze it. You're looking for 10 of those. Trying to keep good alignment through your whole body. Switch sides. If the dumbbell's too much for you, you can just work this single leg deadlift. So you're looking for balance. Notice in the single leg deadlift that the position of my knee doesn't change very much. It's all about the hip. If you need balance, just use your back foot. You're keeping all of that body weight in the hip. And from the front, you still want to maintain a squared position. So as I'm here and I drop down, the knee stays slightly bent. You're dropping down and then driving up, trying to keep this leg in the same line. Good, you should be done with about 10 on that side too. And now you take a little rest. Little rest. And water. Same thing again, so it's explosive. We're gonna work that power. Always go with the side that feels like your toughest side first. And you can also alternate sides. So if you start one set with your left arm, start the next set with your right arm, so you're getting that difference in both sides. So from the top, you go back, you pop it, you step back with the leg on the side that does not have the weight, take it down, pop. Notice on that drop for the squat, how tall I keep my upper body. So I'm still up here looking at you, and then I pull it through. So your chest should be up as well. Spine keeps that nice neutral position. You're going to 5, take it to 5, and then we switch it. It's a big jump. Finish up that last one wherever you are, and then switch sides. Nice wide stance. Make sure you get 5 on each. You'll drop down, bring it up. That opposite foot steps back. Nice and balanced, and take it up. All the way up, step back for the lunge. Again, noticing that when I drop back, I keep my upper body up tall. I sink into the hips a little bit, and then you pull it all the way through this straight line, all the way to the top. Your step back, you stay weighted over that front leg. If you're good with these, keep going, you gotta get 5. So it's up, you step it back. Don't rush these. Find your balance. Finishing up till you get to 5. Awesome. Single leg deadlift. Pick your side. With or without weights, with the curl or without. You're gonna drop down and come up. So notice the hinging is only at the hip. The hinging is only at the hip. Your back leg can be used for balance. If you wanna bring it out, you can. You can keep it straight. If you slightly twist that back foot, you're gonna get a little of both those glutes. Finishing up, you're looking for 10 on each side, 10, and then you flip it around. So if I hit that same side, you'll watch if you want extra glute work. When you come down, that foot is straight, you'll come down, and you slightly rotate the toes outward without rotating the pelvis, So drive up, take it down, let the toes go out. You keep it lifted here, drop down, keep it to the very top, you're getting that extra squeeze. 10 there as well. A little breather, one more time with that set. The good news is it gets a little easier from here. We're gonna go one more time around this set. We did 3 of those each. And then we have one set that's gonna be 3 exercises, and they'll be on the floor, and then we'll be done. If you want to progress this workout, you can always take this to 4 sets, so you can increase the rep count or increase the set count. Here we go again. If you started left, start right. If you started right, start left. All the way through. This time, let's take it a little quick. So I'm going to really explode on that snatch. Balance on the way back. So as you drop, explode up, balance, take it slow. So we're going fast. So quick pop, slow balance, steady. And you want 5. Nice. That'll get the heart rate going. Strong in the middle. Awesome. Finishing up that last one. And then you're gonna switch it. Finish it up, and then you'll switch sides. Remember, if you need a modification, I'll show you that here. That modification, or if you're just learning how to get this whole motion together, or if it bothers your shoulder to whip it all the way up, you'll go half. You'll go to here, and then step it back. It's a really great way to progress into a motion. You just break it down by parts. So master this first. Master this first. Also, if you get a little fatigued, you can go to here. 5. Finishing up all 5. You're dropping the dumbbell, or keeping it, remember. I'll do it this time with the dumbbell. So you can add to this as you feel comfortable. Not much rest before this one, you're going right into it. You drop down. If you want the curl it. That's gonna give you that arm work. Nice and firm. Notice that spine stays nice and straight. The knee keeps a slight bend, but it doesn't change. So your knee bend doesn't change throughout. You wanna keep working that side. 10, and then switch it. So nice solid position. You drop it down, up. Pick the one that feels the best for you. So you're with weights, you're without weights, you're balancing with the foot, or you're keeping the foot extended for that glute work. Keep moving through that until you get 10. Remember that deadlift position is all about the hip hinge. So with 2 legs, that deadlift is all about the hip hinge. Abs stay solid. As you pull up, you're pulling that booty forward and zipping up your entire abdominal wall. So we're always staying stacked. Awesome. Great. Grab water, towel off. Get a mat if you have a mat, or make sure you have somewhere comfy to lay on. Maybe not comfy, but soft. So we'll do some floor work for this next set. You're gonna need a towel, so if you don't have a towel, make sure you grab one, because I'm actually gonna use a towel for some resistance here. So if you don't have weights for this one, don't worry, you just need them for the first set. We're gonna go back on the mat, and we're gonna start with a chest press. I only had you get 1 dumbbell because I wanna do this stuff with single side, so we can challenge that center balance. So you're gonna come down on the floor, and you're gonna bring it back into a bridge position. So I'll give you a couple options. My first choice will be, or first option will be without a bridge. We're just gonna go single arm chest press. So you'll bring this elbow straight down towards the floor, then you're gonna push it straight back up to the ceiling. If you're okay with that, it's a great place to start. This hand on the opposite side is gonna help you with balance, so you can be supported by the floor. If you're okay with that, go ahead and pop the hips up. You come down and you press it. And press it. So if you're used to doing any sort of like decline chest press, this decline chest press is really gonna hit all the muscles of the chest. When you push up in that decline, you better align that muscle to do the work. If you like this, but you want more, take it on a single leg. If you like that, but you want more, you can pop it up with it. Do what feels good for you. Have 10 on that side. Any option is fine as long as we're firing that chest. 10, and then you switch it. So we're here. Elbow goes down and up. I want you to keep that wide. Keep that hand wide. Always important that your elbow is pushing directly underneath the hand. You're looking for 10 there. Looking for 10. So we have this push, and we're gonna follow it by 2 pulls. When you're finished, you're gonna go ahead and flip over onto your stomach. Before you do, grab your towel, and I want you to take this towel and roll it long ways like this. We're gonna use tension from this towel. You have a couple options. Tension from this towel. You're gonna take the towel, you're gonna grab it overhand like this. We're gonna take that towel and pull it really hard, like you're trying to tear the towel in 2 pieces. You're gonna hold it here and pull. That's gonna activate all the muscles of the back. We're gonna try that in this position lying down. So you're gonna be in this prone position. If that's too much for you, I'll provide you with a modification. This will be our last round of strength. So we're gonna be here, nice and long with your body. You're gonna take this towel, you're gonna activate by pulling apart. So we're gonna pull that towel apart, and then you're gonna lift up. From here, drive the elbows down towards your chest, lift it back up, and release. When you release, let it all go. Let your back muscles relax. So you come up, activate by pulling that towel as hard as you can, up as high as you can, and squeeze to the chest. So we're getting those lat muscles all the way up and pull. Beautiful. If you want a modification, like if that is lighting up your low back, you're going to feel some of your back extensors a little bit. It's getting those muscles in your back. If that feels like too much for you, it's too intense, you can go kneeling. You'll go here, activate the muscles by pulling the towel and drive it down. Drive it down so you want to drive. So notice that my elbows are in this same line. So from the back, you're working those back muscles from here, and you drive down, nice strong in the back. Let it come up and drive it down. That's your motion. You have 10. So either kneeling or down on your belly. The last exercise of this set, you're gonna go all the way flat. We're gonna work the hamstrings. So some of the more difficult muscles to work, especially if you're working out at home, is the back side of your body. So we have to be really creative. For this one, I want you to listen to me probably more than you see me, but your right toes go on the ground. Your left toes are gonna go on the heel of your right foot. Once you have that, I want you to relax your upper body. So you're gonna lay here where you can rest your head if it's possible, resting it forward. You're gonna pull with the right leg, because the right leg is the bottom leg, or whatever leg is on the bottom. You're gonna pull that heel towards your butt. With the opposing foot, you're applying resistance. So you're pulling hamstring. So in this situation, I'm using this hamstring, the bottom leg hamstring, to pull. So you're creating internal resistance with your body's own leverage. Using that opposite leg to push it just a little. If you want more, like, that's cute, but I want a little more, you can take that bottom leg, so in my case, my right leg, and lift the thigh a little bit. If you can see how I just lifted that thigh a tiny bit, almost like you're elevating the kneecap, just like less than an inch. You're gonna switch sides. So left toes on the ground, right toes on the left heel. The right foot now pushes against that left heel, and the left heel pulls up. And you squeeze. And you squeeze. A little extra, you lift up just a bit. That little lift in the thigh is gonna activate your hip extensors, which is gonna give you more hamstring. So keep moving through that. When you're finished, you come all the way back, and we start that single chest press again. It's chest press, grab water if you need it. Take your towel back to where it is. We're doing this twice more and you're done. That's the good news. So for that press, when you come back, you're going hips up. Let's get into it. You're looking for 10 on each side. Here. And you want that shoulder to be squared off. So if you look from this side, and I'm down here, you want this elbow to come out wide, and then push it in. Wide, and push it in. If you have any shoulder injuries, maybe you want to go a little closer. This is okay too. This is going to be less chest muscle. This is going to be more chest muscle. Switch sides. You've got 10 on each side. Keeping that body weight, so you're driving through your heels. Your heels drive to keep your hips lifted. That keeps your rib cage up at this angle to give you that feeling of a decline chest press. Nice, finishing up all 10. Finishing up all 10. Grabbing your towel. Pick your poison. You're either flat on your belly, doing that towel full, like almost like a Superman position, or you're gonna be kneeling here. You're gonna activate those muscles with a towel. It's kind of like you're doing a lat pull down, and you're gonna pull towards your chest. Let it up, pull towards your chest. This is really great, especially if you don't have equipment, because I'm just creating this internal resistance that you really can't get without machines. It's tough. So you're here, or you're here, you're lifting and pull. Getting all 10. You're staying here. Hamstring curls, resting your head. Right toes down, left toes on the right side, and pull. If you want a little extra, you're lifting that thigh just a little, lift it a little. And you can find a position that works. Like if you want to be with your foot kind of flat here, that works too. So you're creating that resistance, getting all 10, and then switching. That little lift in the thigh is gonna burn the hamstring. The more you can keep your head relaxed, the better. So you wanna keep from having your spine extended too far like mine. Don't do exactly what I'm doing, because if I had my head down, I couldn't talk to you. Perfect. Finishing 10. Grab a quick sip of water, and we'll finish. Chest press. Heart rate's not as high on these, so we can roll through them a little quicker. If you started on one side every time, start on the opposite side this time. It's a lift and a press. And a press. Chest stays up, rib cage lifted. Looking for 10. And then switch sides. Nice and smooth, keep your breathing steady as well. So make sure that when you breathe in, you're taking that breath all the way into your belly. That entire cardiovascular system. Awesome. Getting all the way to 10. You take it right down, you have those back pulls again. A set of 10. Pulling on that towel, lift. Squeeze the elbows back. So you're driving your elbows towards your booty. And keeping them almost parallel to the ground. Just a couple inches above it. Lift, take it all the way to 10. Excellent, that last one, finish it up. You're staying down for that hamstring curl. Right foot down, left foot up, or you can switch the side that you lead with. So I'll do my left, and pull. So whatever foot is on the bottom, that's the hamstring you're working. The foot that's on top is pushing the other direction. You're creating that resistance internally. To add resistance, you just lift that thigh. Try to get the knee up just a little bit, the knee of the bottom foot. Finishing 10, and then switch it. Keeping your head down to help you relax the muscles of your low back. Nice and strong. To add to that, you just elevate that knee just a touch. It'll get that hamstring so good. Elevate it. Awesome. Get all the way to 10, finishing up, and you can push all the way up onto your knees. Shift it back and you stretch. Shift it back. Allow the weight of your hips to fall over your heels and really stretch that whole back side of your body. Come up just a touch, take one arm, drive it all the way through the center, and then turn slightly towards that other side. Sitting back as far as you can. Take it up, switch, the opposite arm goes forward, this one goes under, reach. Awesome. Take it all the way up. You're gonna come up, you're gonna take one foot straight forward, so one foot goes forward. You'll drop into that hip, drop in, keeping your hips squared off. If you have the range of motion, you want to get a little bit extra, you can turn your pelvis, open your hips, and you can drop into it depending on the flexibility you have, or you can work into where you're opening up that whole hip. Take it back. We'll take that hamstring stretch, so you're gonna pull the toes towards your chest and lean forward. If you have your dumbbell handy, it's really great that you can, if you don't have the flexibility, you have some support, you have some balance, you can just work trying to get that hamstring to stretch a little, pull the toe back. If you have the flexibility, you can take the forward fold with a straight spine, or you can drop it straight forward. You can point the foot, and again, you can drop a little into the rotation if it's available to you. So if you have the range, you can drop to that rotation just a bit. You'll get the inner thigh and all those deep hamstring muscles. Take it back up and we'll switch sides. If you're using the weight to balance, switch it over. Opposite foot goes straight, and then you fall forward. If you want the extra, you're gonna rotate away from the bent leg, and then you drop in. So you rotate away from the bent leg and you drop in, opening up that hip. You'll pull it back, get the hamstring stretch, use support if you need it. You're folding forward, keeping the spine straight at first. If it's available to you, take that full forward fold. You can drop the toes, and you can fall to the inside. Excellent, take it back up. You'll step up to this squat position, and we'll go hands on the thighs. You're gonna drop both elbows. Use your elbows to press your thighs open a little bit, drop your spine straight, drop in one side. The right shoulder comes in. Take it back through center, pressing the knees away from each other. Drop it into the left. Take the knees back to center, drop the hands, extend the hips, so you lift. Reaching in, drop your booty back down, hands back on the thighs, climb it up. Take a nice deep breath, reach all the way overhead, a big breath all the way into your belly, and exhale, take it down. Awesome. Great work today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Like I said, this workout was a little bit more of an advanced level workout. I gave you several options to progress it. One thing you can do to progress it is to add more repetitions, or you can simply recycle the whole workout routine. That will give you a good probably 45, 50 minutes if you move quickly through it. So thanks again for joining. Hope to see you soon. Stay healthy and stay safe.